Now, y'all know I've been late with the Baddies reviews, number one, because I barely been watching it on time. So once about 3, 4 days go by, I just forget the whole episode. But this past week's episode, boring as usual. But Natalie's plays are really starting to unfold, and everybody is getting hip to her and her nonsense at this point. So the show is starting to fall apart. It's starting to get boring. It's starting to become predictable. And they're going to have to switch it up if they want this show to survive. Natalie plants bad seeds and watches them grow. And she continued to do that on this episode as well. I'm glad Slim decided to go home because they was just doing her so dirty. And the whole being Rolly's assistant thing, I knew that wasn't going to work from day one when she even suggested it. Rolly knew she didn't want that girl to be her assistant anyway. I just feel like she just wanted a punching bag, somebody to be there to add to her storyline. So what ended up happening to Jayla later on in the episode didn't happen to her. I definitely feel like she used Slim for the majority of this season. But what Natalie did was called out a few of the girls that she felt as though were either doing too much, not doing enough, or just taking up space. And one of the people that she called out was Jayla, who is an OG. So she feels as though she should basically be stamped and she shouldn't have to prove herself because people who watch the show are basically familiar with her, which I get it. But at the same time, you are a little boring. And you were sitting up there with the little deaconess outfit on. Like, it's kind of, like I said before, I wish Jayla would find another job because she just seems like, and she looks around at all the girls and everything like she just doesn't want to be there, or like she's above everything that's going on. So if you're above it, be above it. Leave the atmosphere because it's not serving you and you can see it like it's written all over your face. Now, Natalie's excuse for putting Jayla in the bottom was basically something to the effect of, could she trust Jayla personality-wise to host one of their bookings? And the thing about that is, it appears as though they're going to have to get in the ring and box for their spot on the next episode. So why are you making this girl box if you're concerned with her hosting capabilities? Those two have nothing to do with each other. It looks as though you're trying to bully that girl into getting into a fight, into brawling it out with somebody, possibly getting hurt or bit again, because you know Jayla's skin just healing up from that girl putting that ferocious bite down on her like that last season or whenever it was. Like, how long is it going to take for y'all to realize that Natalie is not none of y'all friends? Like, she's literally not none of y'all friends. Like, she called y'all ops on y'all every week. Like, you just never know which op is going to be for who. One thing I will say that this show is perfect for is to let you know characteristics to look for in females that are not your friend, because they show you all the signs. Diamond the Body, she was having a little breakdown, which I feel as though when you have a tragedy in your life and you see how fragile life really is, you realize that all of those shenanigans and having all of that drama and beef and fighting and tussling with people, it ain't even worth it. Because, like, you over to the left fighting for no reason over some he said, she said stuff, and somebody over to the right literally fighting for their life, like literally fighting to stay alive and losing the fight. And I get that sometimes your back may end up against the wall and you just may have to box your way out. I get that. But life is really funny and short in the sense that your whole entire existence could change in an instant. And I guess if you're doing this for a check or you're doing it as a stepping stone to things that you want to pursue, you know, in the future, there's definitely got to be better ways, because as quick as you go up, that's how quick you come down. You come down even quicker. Because once you take this route and you don't have anything else planned after that, or you don't have any other ideas or any ways of constantly reinventing yourself, you're going to end up on these same type of shows or looking for the same type of work, and you're going to get stuck in that profession. And it's going to get to a point where people are not going to want to see you unless you're doing something ratchet. So choose wisely what you attach your name to, because it's more than likely going to follow you. And it's going to be harder to detach than it was to attach. But hey, that's all I got. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments.